Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Stephon Devereux Show, where you get news, interviews, hot topics, music from around the world, and more. Now here's your host, Stephon Devereux. Stephon Devereux, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Stephon Devereux Show. Ha ha! We back, people. We back. I had to take a week off, of course. Nothing personal. I missed you fans, of course. But I had to take a week off. Man, it got bad last week. It got bad. My voice was done. My voice and body was done after last week's McKeesport Havoc. Oh, man, we had some fun. But we'll get into that later. I want to thank you for joining us. Yeah. And I want to thank the shows who were taking my place last week. You know, we got a bunch of new shows on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. You can go to angrykids247radio.com for more information on that. The link is in the description. I don't know if the press releases were sent out, but who knows? I'm pretty sure the information is out there. But guess what time it is? I used to do a show back in the day on WCXJ 1550 AM here in the city of Pittsburgh. And I want to give my man Dave Scott, RIP, his props, because he saw something in a young man. I was, 20 years old, saw something in me, put me on the radio. We did a show called Wrestle Time. And I have to give Dave his props. And, guess what time it is? It's Wrestle Time. You know what I'm saying? It is, because there was a lot of stuff that happened while I was gone. And I'm very, very... I'm just so very interested to talk about these things. I know. Every time I come on here, someone gets released. It's not my fault. Every week someone gets released. It's just a game. That's how the game is, people. Okay? That's how the game is. So the WWE has released a bunch of new wrestlers. In my opinion, I say old. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, Keith Lee, but I'm just saying, but they've been releasing some guys. They released some guys this past week. Now, rumors are these releases, a lot of them had to do with these wrestlers not being vaccinated. Now, I'm just saying, these are rumors. I'm not in the WWE, offices to find out these things, unlike certain people who say and make you believe that they are. I'm not going to make you believe that I'm in the WWE offices. I'm not. But I'll tell you this, though. Man, bro, this is bad. This is looking, I'm not saying bad for the WWE, because they have to do what they got to do. This is business. But this is bad for, what's coming for the rest of these wrestlers, because, if they're not vaccinated, they're pretty much saying peace. You know what I'm saying? Look at some of these names that they have let go. Sorry about that. Look at some of these names that some of the people they've let go. Keith Lee. If this is true about the vaccination stuff, okay, that's cool. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to take it from another, perspective. Nothing against Keith Lee, but I'm just saying, B. Did you really believe that he was going to get over in the WWE system, even though he's a big guy? Did you? Because if you thought he was going to get over, then you don't understand the WWE system, the system that's made them money. They just dropped a quarterly earnings report the other day. They making money. Keith Lee doesn't fit the system. It's nothing against Keith Lee. Vaccination or not, doesn't fit the system. Now, we can get into why, if you would like to do that. But what's exciting about the guy? He's a big guy who has no excitement. Now, you can do some things with that, but for what they're paying him, why? I'm just saying, for what they're paying him, why do it? Just let him go. Now, they also let go his fiancée, Mia Yim. I love Mia. Wonderful person. Sad that she got, let go, but let's be honest. she really being used right on the WWE television? No. The girl's talented. In my opinion, she's more talented than her fiance. So do we feel bad for Mia Yim? I don't. I'm happy that they let her go because now she can go do some things. Seriously. Now, Karrion Kross, that's the one I was like, that shocked me just a little bit because they were just using the dude in a nice little spot. And I honestly thought that they was going to do some more stuff with the guy, but who cares? They didn't. It's business. It happens. Now Karrion can go to Japan, where I think Keith Lee, I really believe that's where Keith Lee should go, Japan. Don't go to AEW. Just go to Japan. They will know exactly what to do with you, and they will use you in a way you're going to make money. It's the name of the game, making money. Anyway, Karrion Kross, same thing. Go to Japan. Don't pop up on AEW. Dude, you look like Malachi Black. That's the first problem, in my opinion. You're bigger, but you still look like Malachi Black. Go to Japan. They also let go of his girl, Scarlett Boudreaux. So I'm not too up on their characters. I'm not going to lie, because I don't pay attention to these guys. I don't. They're not money to me. I'm sorry. If the first time I see you and if I see money, I stick. If I don't see money the first time, I'm not sticking. I'm out. And their gimmick, didn't see it. I didn't see it with Keith Lee either. I'm sorry. Didn't see money. It wasn't dripping. Karrion, they're gone. Peace. Nothing against these guys, but they're gone. Ember Moon. Now, I liked Ember. She's dripping money. So guess what? She's going to go on the independent scene, and she's going to make a lot of money. I'm serious. She's dripping money. Now, whatever happened, maybe it was the vaccination thing. Who knows? Like I said, these are just rumors. But for some reason, they let her go. Now, another one that surprised the hell out of me was Naya Jax. Now, they've dealt with the botches and so forth for a while. And then she posted that she was dealing with something mentally, and they still let her go. That right there, that's where the WWE could take some heat. Not over the vaccination thing, but over the mental health thing. If she took a mental health break and they let her go still, that's not going to work these days because you know how it is. I mean, an NFL player just got done getting praised because he needed a mental break. Calvin Ridley just got done getting praised for the Atlanta Falcons. Think about that. If Nia Jax isn't, I'm just saying, they might want to look into that. Now, where will she end up? Now, a lot of this has to do with this vaccination thing as well. Do I believe she's going to end up in AEW? I mean, is Chris Jericho vaccinated? There's guys down there. They're anti-vax, so you got to think if they're anti-vax, a bunch of these other WWE superstars who may be, or are they going to end up in AEW? You would think they're not going to Impact. It's not happening. But that's another story. Anyway, now here's my thing. While we were preparing the show, sit back and think. Just think for 1 second. Does this say that Triple H's NXT was a failure? The guys that he was banking on, they can say whatever they want about how, they was in NXT and they did this. NXT got spanked by AEW during their so-called little war that they had, but let's face facts. AEW spanked NXT. Now, they could say it's because it's the new flavor on the block, but NXT had that was their audience that spanked them. Their audience went over to AEW because NXT was doing these shows, better shows, what AEW was doing. It's weird. It's weird. That really split their audience. Now people don't even watch NXT anymore because they know Vince is writing it. The bias towards Vince. or Vince has his hands on it. But here's my thing. Only a few of the NXT guys got it through the main roster and made something of themselves. What, Seth Rollins? Dean Ambrose? I mean, Roman Reigns, of course, but Roman was dripping money from day one. It wasn't, nothing was going to stop Roman besides, his health issues. Nothing was going to stop Roman from to make money for the WWE. He was dripping it when he walked into business. Heritage. That's what he was before he walked into business. This was already in him. But Dean Ambrose, he goes to NXT or goes to AEW, and he's not really moving no needles. Seth Rollins, I mean, yeah, he's doing some decent stuff, I guess, but he's not really moving any needles. Roman's moving needles because he's Roman. Look at him. And heel Roman is way more over than babyface Roman would ever be, but that's just my opinion. So, does this say Triple H's NXT has failed? My opinion, yeah. Done. Horrible. Because his guys just have not gotten over. Adam Cole was supposed to be a needle mover, and nothing against Adam. I like Adam. But he was supposed to be a needle mover when he got to AEW. He didn't move a needle. Why? Because those fans were already there. Remember, those fans stopped watching NXT to watch AEW in the first place. Then it became the cool thing. Then it became, this is what we want to watch. NXT suffered. They never got their fans back. Because I'm serious. Their numbers on the network was probably way higher than they were for the USA Network. Because there was no AEW. Remember that. Now, what's the point of watching it? Especially now that Vince is watching. I mean, supposedly in charge. But, hey. Triple H should have had this already in the bag. I'm just saying, B. There should have been never any type of competition. Didn't get over. On a mainstream level. It didn't. It is what it is. Nothing personal. So, I'm just saying. So what does this mean? Like, low key. Going forward. In my opinion, more money for indie promoters. Oh, my goodness. Because now this gives us an opportunity to bring in a Mia Yim. Okay? Ember Moon. We want to, both beef up the women's divisions in local wrestling organizations. Here's two right there that's going to give you an awesome match. That's dope. I like that. We need to do that. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to do that. Now you got me thinking, Mia Yim versus... Okay. All right. It's another story. Anyway. But it does help the local promoters. I wrote that down. I just really wrote that down. But it's the local promoters who are going to benefit from this. Independent wrestling is going to benefit from this. Not just AEW. AEW's too stacked on talent. Why do they need more? I'm just saying. But I think we are in what could be the next boom period in professional wrestling. If this is done right, all we need is one of these guys to give a damn. To give a damn. And want to do this. Now, I'm not saying Tony doesn't, but the storylines tell me he don't or don't know how. Get some help in there. Now it's going to show me that you give a damn, Tony. I just called you Tony. I was being nice. But independent wrestling, yeah. Now, we're going to talk about an organization that, pretty much helped fuel the next 20 years of professional wrestling here 20 years ago. And that's ROH. But, yeah. Interesting. It's interesting. But you're listening to the Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Man, I'm having some fun. I know. I'm happy to be back. Got some big news coming up later on in the show. Want to get into Stephon Devereux is bringing my old home to my new home. And we're going to kick ass. We'll talk about that in a little while. Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back after this break. Saturday, November 20th, PWX returns to the PWX Community Center with November Knockout. 2125 Beacon Street, McKeesport, PA. Doors open 6:30. Bell time 7 o'clock. Front row tickets $15 in advance, $20 at the door. General admission $15. Kids 10 and under get in for 8. Go to bit.ly/PWX November and we'll see you there. You're listening to Angle Kids 24/7. Kids 24/7 radio. How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguytokeephiminterested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there. How to text a guy to keep him interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angle Kids 24/7 radio. Angle Kids 24/7 radio. Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 radio. Ah, man, I can't wait. November 20th. Oh my goodness. We had some fun on October 30th for McKeesport Havoc. We had a lot of fun, but we're going to get into that in a little while. Man, you know, some things are happening in pro wrestling that's making me say, damn, like seriously, we got organizations popping up out of nowhere. They're doing some great things, business-wise, money-wise. Actually, I can't say business-wise because I don't know what their books are looking like. But, you know, they're bringing in full houses, you know, Game Changer Wrestling. You don't have to like what they're doing, but, I mean, at least they found their niche and they're making money off of it in pro wrestling. I mean, you got to give them their props. But, you know, when these new organizations pop up, you know, we lose other organizations. And as of right now, I don't know the terms of their, you know, their shutdown. But Ring of Honor's gone, man. I can't believe that. I was actually a Ring of Honor fan. Give you a quick story. 2004 brought back my show, the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, on television. Okay, and it was called Countdown. And what I was doing was I was getting the best matches from around the country. People were sending me matches, VHS or DVD at the time, and I would air it here on WBGN in Pittsburgh. And, you know, do a little countdown, let the fans vote which match they want to see, blah, 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 blah. Cool, you know, show. Got in touch with the owner of Ring of Honor, and, you know, I asked him, hey, bro, what's up? Can I air your matches? And dude hit me off with a price of $1,200. Bruh, why am I going to pay you $1,200 to air your matches? I'm just saying, look, this is free advertisement. So I didn't get it at the time of why he was doing it that way, and, you know, learned later why. It was a smart move, you know, for what he was doing. So I got to give him props. But, you know, so Ring of Honor has always been, you know, a little bit hey, I think of Ring of Honor as the place that a lot of people got a chance to show off their skills before they got to the big time. But these guys, when they were there, the CM Punks, the Samoa Joes, the AJ Styles, the Christopher Daniels, the list goes on and on and on. Where these guys were able to have 5-star matches before 5-star matches became cool. But these guys were having, incredible matches at the time. And it just made me say, dag, for this thing to possibly be over, it's kind of breaking my heart. And, when things like this happen, you go to what was the blame. And I believe the blame was what they did with the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. And when they brought in those guys, what it did was, in my opinion, it kind of took that, that underground feel of Ring of Honor away. Because these guys brought in, okay, my fault. Let me say Fight Club underground feel to where it felt real when you were watching Ring of Honor. These guys came in, especially the Young Bucks, and it was like fluff. And that kind of like hurt that fan base, low key. It hurt that fan base. And then a lot of that fan base, when they brought in their fans, and then they fluffed it up, and they tried to go back to what made them Ring of Honor, it wasn't working. So what happened is that fan base went over and kept watching the fluff when that fluff decided to start their own company with the billionaire. I'm just saying, that's how things work sometimes. Do I think they stole that fan base? I mean, you can't say they stole it, but, it is what it is. I know the All In pay-per-view, was a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and what happened with that? I'm just saying. Maybe they did steal it. Just saying. But it's another story. But this hurts the business, low key. This does, because like I just, last segment we were talking about a lot of these releases, and you got a Ring of Honor that's not there anymore. It was owned by a $1 billion corporation, and who had 100 TV stations across the country, and these guys couldn't figure out a way to make this work. It's heartbreaking. I do give Ring of Honor credit for paying their talent during the pandemic when they had no shows going at all. You got to give them credit for that. But, man, somebody dropped the ball here, low-key. That's how I feel. And I just believe that they could have done a lot better with this. It is what it is. You just got to move on. I heard that they're selling their tape library, and that's pretty much what I want to talk about now, is who would buy their tape library? A tape library that has the beginning to pretty much the end of Ring of Honor. You got guys, like I said before, CM Punk, early days, AJ Styles, early days, Samoa Joe, early days. You would think that the WWE would be the most logical company to buy the library. But Tiny Khan is talking about starting his own streaming service. Like, dude, really? Like, trying to get a stream? Dude, you've only been on the air for 2 years. Now you got content out there that you can buy that can actually help that streaming service now. Can't even diss it now if he can get his hands on it, which he has the money to do it. Vince McMahon would do it for his network, because a lot of those guys, Seth Rollins, they've all went through Ring of Honor. So, what makes sense? I can see a bidding war between those two. And if there is, there's a problem, because the one guy that I believe that should get this footage and should buy the rights, this library, is Rob Feinstein. I mean, Rob Feinstein, yes, he has a controversial name, but Ring of Honor was his baby. With everything that happened and the reason why he had to leave Ring of Honor, it is sad. Don't know the full story, won't get into the full story, so don't care. I don't care. But he's still out there doing business right now. And Ring of Honor, in my opinion, under Rob's leadership, Ring of Honor could possibly be bigger than Impact, because let's be honest, Ring of Honor is not bigger than Impact, and they've had every opportunity to leap Impact as far as at the time the number 2 company in the country, and they never took advantage of that. If they had Rob Feinstein who was running a company, low key, I really believe that they would have been able to do that because the guy knows how to make money in professional wrestling. And, you know, when we had that conversation in 2004 about me trying to get Ring of Honor on, the Pro Wrestling Countdown, I mean, I tried. Now, I was salty. Don't get me wrong. I was salty. I was salty when dude said no. But, you know, I was young, get older in business, and, you know, you build a product and, you know, you're trying to, you know, maintain control of it in any way because he could have sent me videos and I could have been dissing. It's like, look at this crap, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I get that. He was trying to build something. So there's no diss, you know. But I really believe that he's the guy, the one guy who can buy this footage and actually do something with it that the WWE and AEW could never do because he would actually give a damn, number one. He would give a damn. I don't know how he would feel about the new stuff, you know, in the past 10 years, but when he had it, you know, I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk. Like stuff, matches like that. I mean, I can go on and on and on, but I'm not going to get my mouth watering over this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll make me want to go watch it. But he's the one guy that I believe that would know exactly what to do with this library and how to monetize it better, you know, for the guys. If he decided to hook up the guys with a piece of something, you never know. But he would know how to monetize this thing. You know, you got to give Feinstein his props. The guys pretty much invented the fan cam, you know, presentations. The dude was selling fan cam footage of old ECW days when no one was giving a damn about ECW. And then he just, boom, once people start caring, they start going back and getting those videos that Rob was, you know, recording. They start buying those videos. You know, like a person like myself who wasn't watching ECW in the early days, but Rob was videotaping it. So years later, 96, 97, I started watching a couple of those fan cam stuff just to get a view. I still got a few of those things. But, you know, that's history on some real. But I just believe that out of anybody who deserves this, it's him. People can say whatever they want, blah, 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 but it's him. And I honestly believe that if he really wanted to, he would bring it back. Because let's be real. I mean, right now there's less majors, you know, for these guys, less platforms for these guys to go out here and, you know, put on great matches. The dude was a great booker with his staff. You know, they had a great booking staff. Gabe Sapolsky and Doug Gentry, you know, RIP Doug. But still, these guys put together something that was able to go for 20 years. And sad to see it go, but I believe that he's the best one for this footage. So, you know, please, Vince, don't buy it. Please, AEW, please, Tiny, don't buy this footage. Let Rob get this footage if he wants it. At least let him get first dibs at it. If you don't want it, then go after it. Y'all two can buy, you know, do your bidding war for it. But as of right now, I'll be really disappointed if either one of you got this library. So we'll see what happens. But you're listening to the Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. When I come back, I'm going to get into the news that involves myself, Pro Wrestling Express, and my old home that is coming and joining my new home. And we're going to talk about that next. Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back after this break. Saturday, November 20th. PWX returns to the PWX Community Center with November Knockout. 2125 Beacon Street, McKeesport, PA. Doors open 6:30. Bell time 7 o'clock. Front row tickets $15 in advance, $20 at the door. General admission $15. Kids 10 and under get in for $8. Go to bit.ly/PWX November and we'll see you there. You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7. How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with how to text a guy to keep him interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Hey guys, man, how are you guys doing in your fantasy league? I mean, god dang, man. Anyway, it's another story. Oh man, we are back. We are back. And so this past week, one of my best friends in the whole wide world decided to make an announcement that's been brewing for a while. Because since I became the CEO of PWX, Pro Wrestling Express, I've been trying to make some deals, get some deals done, and this was a very important deal to me. And that deal was to bring Undisputed Championship Wrestling to Pro Wrestling Express. And I just felt like it fit for multiple reasons. But the main reason was it was just like, come on. It makes sense, But I've known Tank for years. And, Tank being, one of the best minds in professional wrestling, people don't give Tank enough credit. But I told Tank, well, okay, how about this? Told Tank that he deserves to be on the stage. And Pro Wrestling Express is the stage here in Pittsburgh. And when I first started talking to Tank years ago, actually, I knew about Tank and his crew back in 2004. A friend of mine named Nino Matty, who's been one of my go-to guys, as far as new talent and so forth since 98, 97, 98, when I started doing my first TV show, the Devereux Committee. But I used to go to Nino for matches all the time, and Nino would tell me about guys that was coming up. And in 2004, he was telling me about these kids that were doing backyard shows. And, the stigma that backyard wrestling had at the time, even though my mentor, New Jack, told me that these are just kids who are just going to end up training to be wrestlers anyway, so just deal with it. And he was right. He was right. And a lot of those backyard kids ended up training to become pro wrestlers. And they could say whatever they want. A lot of these indie promoters could say whatever they want, but you're booking a lot of these guys. So whatever. There was a kid by the name of Jesse Skelton that Nino just loved and loved. Oh, he just kept raving about this kid, Jesse Skelton. He's going to be a star, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, so I leave the business. I leave the business in 2005. I take my break. But I came back in 2007 and started working with Pro Wrestling Express in the office with the owner and founder, Jim Miller, who's my boss now. But, I started working with those guys and, trying to bring in talent and so forth. And, we had some things that was going on. But then one day, kind of forgot how it happened. I think it was either Nino or someone ended up introducing me to this kid named Tank. So it wasn't Nino, excuse me. But he introduced me to this kid named Tank, this person did, and started talking to Tank about shows and so forth. And Tank was running shows down in Uniontown and down at the VFW. And the one thing that Tank did was Tank knew how to draw a house. And he was drawing houses to show. And I'm like, dude, you are killing yourself. Like, Tank was so rough around the edges when it came to booking shows. Oh, my God, it was horrible. He wasn't horrible because, I mean, like, he was just young, you know, and it reminded me of myself when I first started booking shows and how I'm like, damn, bro. But the difference with Tank was Tank knew how to draw. And when you know how to draw, if you know how to bring people in, you can always fix the talent part. You got to figure out a way to get the people in. Then you fix the creative stuff. I'm sorry, people can say you're thinking backwards, but when you're trying to make money, no, you're not. So I started helping Tank out a little bit, and I was bringing in guys from PWX, Sterling James Keenan, who went on to be Corey Graves, brought in the NWA National Champion, Crusher Hansen, you know, PWX legend. We was bringing in talent, and the shows were, you know, really, actually the shows were improving because Tank was listening to myself and, you know, a couple other people who was trying to help him out. And once Tank got it, and I'm like, okay, you know, we may have something here. Well, I had a falling out with one of the guys at PWX. It wasn't Jim Miller. People always thought it was Jim Miller, but it wasn't Jim. We can talk about that another time, but it wasn't Jim. So I had a falling out with one of the guys at PWX, one of the guys in charge, and I didn't like it. So I left, bounced. And I knew I had somewhere to go because I was already I was investing in UCW at the time, secretly, of course. And I was feeling more comfortable around these guys because they were young, they were hungry. Now, come to find out, these were the guys that Nino Maddie was talking about in 2004. And you know what they did? They all went and got trained. People laugh and say they didn't, but they all got trained. They all got trained. You know, they was tossing shots at these guys because these guys were doing something they couldn't do, and that was draw houses. Before they knew how to, they was drawing houses because what they did was they created a fan base through their backyard days. And those people followed these guys everywhere they went, and they wanted to see them get to the next level. And when these guys were got trained by Brian Noe and others, when they got trained, they ended up doing what they did, running their own shows. Once Tank, you know, start figuring it out, we were trying to tell them, dude, you're killing yourself with these shows. You're having too many matches and they're long and blah, 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 blah. You know, it's too long. 3.5 hour, 4 hour shows. No, bro, you can't do that. Once he figured that part out, it was over. Because now he had myself. And I knew the one thing that I know definitely is broadcasting. So we'll help Tank out with the storylines and we'll help Tank out with the production. And Tank at the same time was helping me because that was the one thing I couldn't grasp. That was the promoting part. Tank taught me how to become a better promoter, a better advertiser of my shows, which became UCW, because by that time I became a full-time partner. And we had some ups, we had some downs, but we had way more ups. Things happened, situation, won't get into what happened, had nothing to do besides myself and Tank, just outside forces, you know, my ex-wife. We'll start there. But outside forces stepped in and things started to go, you know, downhill because I had to leave the business. And that left Tank without a guy he can lean his head on when things got bad. That was pretty much me, you know, and he looked at someone else and that other person gave him some bad advice, which he regrets to this day, of course. But at the end of the day, you know, things had to cool down. And when we tried to come back, it was just never the same. We would do shows, huge shows, you know, still sold out. And it just wasn't the same. So Tank had a situation with TJ Sykes, and TJ Sykes and his guys, you know, Dangerous by Design, little beef. And what TJ did at the last show kind of ticked Tank off a little bit. But Tank was already ready to say, you know what? He was already coming to PWX because he's been advising me. Of course, I'm going to bring my soldiers with me when I do something. But he was advising me, and sat down, had a conversation, and I said, bro, we might as well just do it. Come and do this PWX thing with me, but let us buy UCW. Let us give UCW a home forever, to where even when you decide you want to retire, UCW will always have a place. And he said, okay. Decided it was the right thing to do, and we made the deal. Of course, I had to get it, approved by my boss, you know what I'm saying? And it worked out. So we got the deal done. Now, people have been hitting my phone up. Oh, what are you going to do? This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm telling you, because I don't tell people my business behind the scenes. But here's what we're going to do with UCW. UCW will be a part of the PWX family. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because I can't give away the secrets, baby. I can't give the sauce away now. Because right now, we're at war. Pro Wrestling Express is at war right now. Because we got a lot of people who are not happy with what we're doing. And it's okay. I don't mind. But like I said, when I go to war, I go and get my soldiers. And Tank is one of my soldiers. Tank is what we call him. He's a tank. And what he was doing down there in Fayette County, knocking down houses when we was up there, when we was drawing those damn houses down there. You don't think we're going to, this is easy to us because we know what we're doing. We know how to make money in pro wrestling. And Tank is going to be one of those guys who's going to be helping me keep this thing flowing beautifully because we got a team here. We got a team of people. But UCW is still going to be involved. I can't wait until you find out. And I'm going to talk about that more at this show, November 20th, But I'm just letting you know. Trying to be open and honest because I'm tired of people asking the question. So here's what we do. You come to November 20th. I'll tell you what's going to happen. And if the fans, you don't like it, then you can pull me to the side and we can talk about it. But I promise you this. We are about to tear this effing roof off this place, the PWX Community Center. I can't wait. But we're going to take a break. And when I come back, I got my man, intern. You know what I'm saying? A guy who's been learning a lot. He's been ears open, wide open, because he wants to learn. That's what I love about the kid. He wants to learn about this business. But Jake the intern, he's going to be coming up next. He's going to tell us what he likes, what's going on at PWX, and so forth. See, I'm trying to get more of our guys here. We had Derek Wayne on a couple of weeks ago, and all he did was cuss me out. But guess what? You seen what happened on the 30th at McKeesport Havoc when he got tossed out the ring by my man Ram. Oh, yeah, it was funny. But we're going to take a quick break. And like I said, when we come back, we're going to have Jake up the intern. You're listening to the Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Saturday, November 20th, PWX returns to the PWX Community Center with November Knockout. 2125 Beacon Street, McKeesport, PA. Doors open 6:30. Bell time 7 o'clock. Front row tickets $15 in advance, $20 at the door. General admission $15. Kids 10 and under get in for $8. Go to bit.ly/PWX November and we'll see you there. You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7. How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. I like the way I came back from that break. Mean that first. I'm really happy and nice, but I don't give a damn. Let's go. Anyway, we back. And, man, like I said, McKeesport Havoc it was popping. Oh, my goodness. It was popping. We did a lot that night. I was tired. Like I said, I couldn't do last week's show because my voice was gone. I was yelling and screaming. But here's one of the guys I know who was yelling and screaming. It's my man, Jacob, the intern.
What's up?
Jacob, the intern. Jake, you know, you're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Do you know that? Jake. Can you hear me, Jake?
Yes,
Jake?
I can.
Okay, yeah. Turn it down in the background. You can't hear yourself at the same time. You can always go back and listen to the show on demand, Jacob. Come on, Jacob.
What's up?
Now, Jacob, we had some changes. We got about 10 minutes here, and we're going to talk a little bit because, you know, I know you were probably enjoying the show, and you don't get a chance to give your opinion. What did you think of the last show on the 30th?
The last show was pretty damn awesome.
What was your favorite match?
The best match I loved was Chambers O'Reilly versus Joshua Kavad.
Now, we've seen a new champion, new PWX champion. Did you honestly believe that Joshua Kavad was actually going to beat Chambers? It's been a year, bro.
No, and when I did it, no, I really did not knew that.
Did it feel good?
Yes, it did. We got a new champ and everything else, a better champ.
Yeah, because I was never really the biggest O'Reilly Chambers fan because he was just an idiot. You know, he did a lot of things that I just didn't like, and I wanted to put my hands on him, but I couldn't. You know, because as CEO of PWX, I'm not trying to get sued now. You know, these days you get sued for anything. But
yeah,
I'm happy that,
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Especially, me. I got cameras following me now, bro. But it's another thing. But the way I look at it is Joshua Kavad is probably the future of professional wrestling, and him representing PWX, you know, we got ourselves a great champion. What do you think?
You left her in the car by herself?
What do you think?
Can you still hear it? Yeah.
Do you think Joshua Kavad is a great champion?
Yes, sir.
Now, we also had another title change, the PWX Tag Team Championships. How did you feel about that match?
Very good. Gusta Gardner and Aaron Connors.
Are you a fan of Gusta Gardner and Aaron Connors?
Yes.
Well, I think the fans who were there, they loved it because they actually got to see two of their favorites win a championship for the first time. Well, I think Aaron Connors was former tag team champion, PWX. But Gusta Gardner, man, that's my dude. I hired Gus last week to do some yard work for me. Man, I even tipped the guy. I'm telling you, Gusta Gardner's that dude.
That's good. Now we're talking about who should we bring back to PWX?
Well, did you enjoy the match with Rayo versus Michael Walker?
Yes. That was actually a very good match. Meet the dudes before the show even started. They were actually very, very, very nice dudes.
Yeah. I seen that they threw some water in the ring or something beforehand. Like, what's up with that, man? What's up with that?
I have no idea. I got my... What's up?
Well, I guess you're a celebrity now, Jacob. Like, people out there, they see you out there in the hood, Jake. Like, what's up, bro?
They love you in the hood. You should know that.
Yeah, bro, you become like a celebrity now. Like, seriously. Like, Jacob, look, and it's bad enough that one of your minions, Scott, it's as bad that he's sitting there fatting himself and dad going pro. How is Scott sitting there fatting himself in the locker room doing stuff with Aaron Connors? How is he telling Aaron Connors and snitching on guys like pop culture sensation and saying that? I won't get into that right now. But you need to keep your guys in order.
And me and Stephon Douglas is supposed to be my backup of me every show getting my ass knocked out.
Yeah, you did get beat up last show, bro. I seen that. Oof. Chambers wasn't playing, bro. That's the one thing he came at me, but thank God Josh stopped him because I was going to put my hands on him, but I didn't want to. I'm not getting sued, man. I told you, I'm not getting sued. It ain't happening. So,
yeah.
Now, what do you think is going to happen with Chambers going forward? I mean, the guy got buried in a casket pretty much, and what do you think is going to happen going forward with this?
Hopefully he just leaves PWX for good.
Are you tired of Chambers?
Yes.
So you think that Joshua Kavad could lead PWX going forward?
Yes.
Because you got to give Chambers, his credit though, man. He held the belt for a year. That's a long time.
Yeah, he did. Well, Josh can hold it longer than him.
Anything's possible because, like I said, I think Josh is more than likely the future of professional wrestling, at least in this area. Tri-State area, Josh is probably the future. I'm not looking at other guys who are like doing what he's doing in the ring, and the fans are actually backing him. Besides a couple of the girls who were out there yelling for Chambers during the damn match. I'm like, come on, this guy's evil.
Yeah.
How are you sitting there cheering for Chambers?
Because he sucks.
Yeah. So what do you think about Pure Ignorance?
Who's that?
Pure Ignorance. Two black dudes that took on the Cassidy's earlier in the night.
Oh, they was actually pretty good. I like them.
Yeah, I like them too. I think now that Bud and Gus, that's pretty much done since Gus wised up finally and left his cousin in the match by himself, and Pure Ignorance was able to, pull off the victory, which I knew they were going to do anyway because, Gus, hey, bro, thank you for leaving Bud. It was about time. It's about time. But those guys, I can see them going after PWX tag team titles down the line. They're also the SCWA tag champions. I can see that match title for title. I'm just saying. Got possibilities here. I mean,
just like Duffy season. Just like that Duffy season.
The Duffy season? Who's Duffy?
Them two black guys.
Well, hey, here's another one I got for you. What about Superior G, speaking of black guys? That's my dude, Superior G now. I roll with that dude.
He's actually a really cool dude. When I met him first time when he came to the show, I met him backstage, and he was actually a really cool dude.
Yeah, and now he got the Cash App Challenge. Do you think you could do the Cash App Challenge?
I probably could, but I might get my ass whooped.
Yeah, look, Jacob, you probably would. That's why stay in the office, dude. Less bruises if you stay on the office side. I'm telling you, man. That's what I learned the hard way. I'm going to send you a match that was sent to me last night, and it was myself. I was managing Tank and a couple other guys, and we were beating up on Tatanka and a couple of guys. Now, this match was from 12 years ago. I was a lot younger, a lot slimmer, and I had hair. But you know what I did? Well, actually, we lost that match, so it didn't make a difference. I did lose. But I didn't get touched. I did not get touched. That's the one thing I did smart as a manager. I did not get beat up. I ran.
I would run too.
And look, Jacob, here's some great advice for you. If you ever decide to become a manager, Jacob, manage guys who are bigger than you.
Yes, I agree on that.
Yeah, because then you can talk stuff, and then if something happens, you can run and hide behind a guy who's bigger than you. Smart, man. Smart business, Jacob. That's why I'm trying. That's why you're my intern. I'm trying to bring you along. I'm trying to teach you the business. Because what I see, look, I see great things from you, bro. I see great things from you. Just got to make sure that you're still on point.
Yes.
Yeah. So, did you go to the IWC show last night?
No, I did not. I was trying to.
Did you hear anything, good or bad? What's up?
No, I heard they got about like 250 people in their building. I say the next show, we'd have probably packed that show more than fucking IWC.
Hey, look, I put it like this. On December 11th, I can't get into what we got special coming up, but that's the show. That's the show right there. I'm telling you, that's the show. And you said the F word, too, so I'm going to have to sit there. I'm going to have to beat that out. Oh, my goodness. Jacob, the intern, still got a lot of learning to do, I guess. Oh,
you got to say you love me, Stephon.
Yeah, use my dude. But, hey, I'm going to have to let you go now because we're about to close the show out. But, Jacob, the intern, I want to thank you for being on the show, and you will be back, right? You're coming back and giving me some more insight, right?
Yes, I will.
All right, Jacob. You the man. Stephon Devereux, Show Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. My man, Jacob the intern. Love Jacob. One of the top dudes in the company. Okay, he's not. But this guy gets a lot of stuff done for the company. Respect Jacob. That's why he's one of my top interns. That's why he's the guy that I'm sitting there talking to right now because he knows his stuff. Sorry if a lot of guys don't agree with his opinion, but hey, it's his opinion. He's allowed to have it. So we went over O'Reilly Chambers. He wants O'Reilly Chambers gone. Well, I don't know, man. You got buried at the last show. I don't know if I'm going to see O'Reilly Chambers, which is good for me because he knows. If he had put his hands on me on at the last show, I might have did something to him. My man, the Regent, Joshua Kavad, did what I knew he was going to do. He came and he had my back like he said he would from day one. When I asked him, I said, bro, are you the guy who can take this belt away from Chambers? And he looked at me, dead eye, like dude was ready to punch me in my face. I'm a 6'3", 6'4.5", 3.5", whatever, 200 pound. Okay, I'm over 200 pounds. And he's looking me dead in my face like he wants to knock me out. And guess what he did? He had my back. He took that belt from Chambers last week, and I'm so proud of this dude. I'm also proud of Connors, for finally breaking away from PCS, Pulp Culture Sensations, finally. And I'm proud of Gusta Gardner for breaking away from his cousin Bud Cassidy. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, finally. And, so we got some new champions. But next month, or actually this month, 2 weeks, we got Thunderbear finally getting his opportunity for that PWX TV championship. It's being held by Sinborn with the lovely Lilith. And I said lovely Lilith. Please do not do anything to me. Okay. But that's next month. Or excuse me, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, it's already November. It's already November. But November 20th, don't forget, get your tickets. You can go to bit.ly/PWX November for more information, or you can go to www.prowrestlingexpress.com, and that's express spelled with an X, no E. But hey, go check it out. But we're out. We're going to see you next week, and we're going to have some more stuff to talk about. Stephon Devereux, Show Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Saturday, November 20th. PWX returns to the PWX Community Center with November Knockout. 2125 Beacon Street, McKeesport, PA. Doors open 6:30. Bell time 7 o'clock. Front row tickets $15 in advance, $20 at the door. General admission $15. Kids 10 and under get in for $8. Go to bit.ly/PWX November and we'll see you there.